Merlin is just a prankster to the core, and his family should definitely keep their distance. He stormed off, and soon after, the boy's friend rushed in, excitedly telling Merlin I'm never playing on the tracks again because my mom says that boy doesn't even exist. Upon hearing these words, Merlin was suddenly struck with astonishment, and the two boys promptly embarked on a heated argument. At this moment, Merlin desperately needed to come up with a strategy to prove that he was definitely not a ghost. But Merlin just didn't know what to say. He was so mad that he smashed a few light bulbs before racing outside after the boy. After an exhaustive search, he eventually found the dejected little fellow in an inconspicuous corner. Merlin slowly walked over and softly inquired, "Hey, little one, what's wrong with you?" The boy's words hit Merlin right in the feels. Merlin comforted him, saying his mom and dad would never forget him. Just then, Merlin's grandma interrupted, asking, "What are you chatting about?" Merlin barely replied, turning to find the boy vanish. So, Merlin and his grandma prepared to go home. On the way, she excitedly showed off her cute spider decor bought at the market. Suddenly, Merlin sensed something, turned to see the boy across, and rushed to him, but poof, he vanished again. In the meantime, the boy was back home, leaning adorably against his mom, who felt a slight warmth in her heart. "Dad, were you waiting for me?" "I'm right here." At home, the boy apologized to his dad, saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you." "Don't cry, Dad." He reached out to wipe away his dad's tears, but then Dad's expression changed, and he quietly grasped his gun. Meanwhile, Merlin and his friend were frantically searching for the boy in the square when suddenly, the boy's mom called Merlin. Shortly after, Merlin arrived at the boy's house, and the mom exclaimed, "I just felt my son's presence." She urged Merlin to confirm, "Is my son really here?" Merlin walked through the hallway and finally found the boy hiding in a corner. The boy sadly informed him, "Dad appears to be on the verge of doing something extremely wrong." Merlin urgently asked, "Where's the boy's dad?" The mom replied, "Oh, he just went out right before you arrived." In order to fully figure out the whole story, Merlin inquired of the mom exactly how the accident came about. The painful memories flooded back as the mom remembered that fateful night. She was on the phone with her husband, talking about how the car broke down twice. Just as they were passing the tracks, an alarm rang out frantically. She hurriedly scooped up her son and then her daughter, only to be taken completely by surprise when her son vanished into thin air right after crossing the tracks. It turned out the son had dashed back to the car for the spider decoration, while a train sped towards them. Mom screamed in horror. It was too late. After learning, Merlin speculated the boy's dad confronted the shady card dealer. Meanwhile, the scene shifted to the boy's dad lurking outside the shady card dealer's place, completely losing his mind as he stalked. Just in time, Merlin and his friend arrived and pulled them apart, but the dad suddenly pulled out a gun. Merlin rushed in to stop him. Merlin quickly relayed the boy's wish. "You taught him to roll up all the bad feelings into a big ball and kick it hard, like sending it to the moon." Upon hearing that, Dad couldn't hold back anymore. He dropped the gun and began to weep as the boy ran up to comfort him. Soon after, Merlin brought the boy home for one last goodbye with his mom. Merlin told her, "Your son is about to leave, and he thought you were still mad at him for going back to the car." The mom hurriedly replied, "It's not your fault. It's my fault for not keeping an eye on him and making sure he wasn't in the car." At that moment, the mom was in tears, and the boy, like a little adult, comforted her by gently stroking her hair. "Oh, and look, that's my mom's good side." The boy suddenly pointed at a light in the sky. Merlin knew it was time. He encouraged him to step forward courageously. The boy stood up, kissed his mom on the cheek deeply, and said, "I love you, Mom," before walking toward his own world. "He has already left, hasn't he?" "Indeed, the deepest sorrow in the world lies in parting. Perhaps every ghost we fear might actually be someone who is deeply missed by others." This woman lost her will to live after her boyfriend's death, unaware that he has been right beside her all along. After downing a handful of sleeping pills, she slipped into the bathtub. The tub overflowed, catching Merlin's attention, and soon a group rushed upstairs to check it out. They burst in. Merlin's husband rescued her, but her unconscious soul had departed. She finally got her wish and met her dead fiancé, Connor, who had passed away a year ago. No, this isn't how it's supposed to be. I just want to be with you. Stay with me, and Gwen was finally brought back to consciousness. In the hospital, Merlin learned everything from Connor. She had been in a triathlon a year ago. Connor was far ahead in the race, but swerved to avoid a kid on a bike and crashed into a car. The accident took her life, but she held on to thoughts of her girlfriend until the end. She asked Merlin to ensure her girlfriend was okay and to find out who received her heart donation. Gwen, upon waking, asked Merlin if she could see Connor. After confirmation, she anxiously asked if her boyfriend was near. I've always been here. I love you, just beside you, never to leave. On your left, I will always be right beside you. Kid, let me assure you, I'll never leave your side. Merlin gazed upon this scene with a surge of mixed emotions. Her duty was to help Ghost move on, hoping to assist Connor in finding peace. Gwen issued a warning to Merlin not to interfere, emphasizing that she didn't want her boyfriend to disappear once more. Merlin planned to find the organ recipient at the hospital first, but when she asked, the nurse refused to disclose any information, and suddenly the lights went out. With the help of a spirit, Merlin managed to locate the recipient on the computer. Following the address, Merlin arrived at the photo studio. Cliff said he felt strange post-surgery. He even exhibited unusual emotions in daily activities. Especially, he felt a profound sadness deep within. Merlin understood that the reason behind everything that had happened was Connor's heart.